where I've been spending my time focused on and thinking about recently is the concept of rest and like not just like sleep. Okay, so I have this Whoop, this like fitness tracker thing, and I've had it for over a year. Actually, my streak is like 416 days, but no big deal. Yeah, which means I've worn it every single day for the past, year plus. But the concept of rest is underutilized. Let's say that. So where I'm focusing a lot of my time is not necessarily the performance, but what happens leading up to performance. And we can extrapolate this from, marketing campaigns, leadership development, but also like physical fitness. If you think about athletes, like pro athletes or pro musicians, like Justin Bieber or Beyonce or whoever the teeny boppers are listening to these days, or Ronaldo or Messi, like they get paid for a very short period of time. But the reason that they're paid so much for the short period of time is because of their preparation and the ability to bring their experience to life. And I think when I see great leaders or great founders, they're not great because they push really hard, although that just comes with the territory of being an agency founder. You're grinding, you're working long hours, but it's not necessarily how hard they grind, it's how well prepared they are. And so when I'm leading my team, I'm constantly asking, like, not how hard are you pushing today? Like, how packed is your schedule? But it's like, are you well rested today? Have you eaten today? Did you have enough caffeine today? And, I'm taking this back to our CEO, who he is notoriously like touches base with everybody in the company. And we have a 400 plus person company at Digital Web Solutions. So his calendar is packed with meetings, making sure that everybody's cool, like understanding, like obviously he has to have a pulse on the entire organization. But my recommendation to him is, bro, like my input measures, like my leading measures, as far as like podcast hosted, demos taken, outreach messages sent, that is limited. It's almost maxed out. What I want to focus on is the lag measures, which are much more about skill, which might be like deal size or um, sales velocity. How long the period is from initial contact to when the sale comes through. And these skills cannot be improved by pushing harder. They can only be improved by preparing better. And so, where a lot of my time is spent focusing these days is how can I recover deeper, faster, not only with, my physical aspect. We're training for a half marathon. I even have a running hat on that I just got. But it's really about how can I understand prospects better? How can I understand podcast guests better? How can I do more research and then turn around and apply what's already working in other arenas to our ecosystem? And yeah, a lot of that, like, this is my movement to kick off the podcast. Like, my movement and the message that I hope comes across to founders, agency owners, is that your value is not in the execution. Your value actually comes from the level of perspective and your depth of perspective when you come in contact of leaders of networks. I was writing a post about this the other day. But yeah, that's my main thing, is like, how can I prepare better? My success is not determined on my effort. It is determined by my level of preparation.